Keanu Reeves doesn't just ride motorcycles, he builds them, collects them, and lives for them. From rare vintage machines to custom-built beasts with insane specs, his garage is a dreamland for bike lovers. Today we're taking a look inside one of the coolest and most valuable motorcycle collections in Hollywood. Number 10. Norton Commando 850. The Norton Commando 850 comes from the early 1970s. It has an 828cc parallel twin engine that makes around 58 horsepower. Not a rocket, but enough to give it serious attitude. It weighs about 425 pounds dry, and it's got that unmistakable vintage British design, simple, muscular, and full of charm. The design is rough around the edges in the best way. It feels real. What makes this bike special is not just how it looks or sounds, it is what it means to Keanu. This is not a bike he bought to collect dust in a garage. He actually rode it across the country. And not for a movie or a press event, just because he wanted to. He took it all the way from Toronto to Florida to visit his friend River Phoenix. That ride was long, rough, and probably exhausting. But it meant something to him. A lot, actually. That trip is part of Keanu's story. It shows how much motorcycles are tied to real moments in his life. This bike carried him across cities, states, and memories. And even though the Norton is not the fastest or smoothest by today's standards, that does not matter. It is loud, a little shaky, and definitely old school. But that is the beauty of it. Every sound it makes, every bump you feel while riding it, adds to the experience. Keanu has talked about how riding helps him clear his head and connect with himself. And this bike probably did that for him during that trip. It is not just metal and wheels, it is a piece of his past, a reminder of a time, a friendship, and a journey that mattered. And when you look at this bike sitting in his collection, you can tell it is not there just because it is rare. It is there because it means something. Number 9. ARCH Prototype Test Bikes. Besides the main production models, Keanu also has access to a bunch of prototype ARCH motorcycles. These aren't production-ready beauties. These are the early test bikes, rough edges, odd sounds, incomplete wiring. Think hand-built frames, experimental carbon fiber parts, V-twin engines in progress. Nothing is final. And the coolest part? Keanu actually rides those too. He does not just wait for the final product. He jumps on the early versions and gives real feedback. He has said in interviews that he loves being part of the process. He likes talking with the engineers, trying different setups, and seeing how small changes affect the ride. That is super rare, especially for someone as famous as him. Most celebrities would just attach their names to a brand and move on. Maybe do a few ads, show up at an event, and that is it. But Keanu is different. He is in the shop. He is on the road. He is riding these bikes before they are even finished, testing them in real life, pushing them to their limits. You can tell he really cares about what they are building at ARCH. It is not just about selling bikes. It is about making something that feels right, something that rides smoothly, looks amazing, and has soul. And Keanu is right there, making sure every detail matters. Number 8. ARCH Method 143. The ARCH Method 143 is no ordinary motorcycle. It runs on a 2,343cc S&S V-twin engine and is built on a full carbon fiber monocoque chassis, a single, solid structure. That's something you usually see in race cars. It puts out over 170 horsepower and weighs just under 550 pounds. Even the leather on this bike is built into the body. It is not just a seat that was added later. It is all part of the frame. Everything on this bike is custom made from the ground up, and only 23 of these were ever made in the entire world. Keanu has one of them. But here is the cool part. He did not just go out and buy it. He helped design it. He was part of the team that worked on how it looks, how it feels, and how it rides. That says a lot about him. He is not just collecting rare bikes to show off. He is building something he really cares about. And of course, he rides it too. He does not just let it sit in a glass box. He actually takes it out, starts it up, and hits the road. That is what makes Keanu different from most collectors. For him, it is not just about owning cool bikes. It is about feeling them, riding them, and being part of the whole process from start to finish. The Method 143 is not just a motorcycle. It is a work of art that moves, and Keanu treats it like something special, but not untouchable. Number 7. ARCH 1S. This one is a bit sportier than the KRGT1. The ARCH 1S is smaller, more compact, and has a sharper feel overall. The ARCH 1S is powered by a 2032 cc V-twin engine, pushing around 120 horsepower. It has a single-sided swing arm, carbon fiber bodywork, and a steel trellis plus billet aluminum chassis that keeps the weight low and rigidity high. The riding posture is more aggressive than a cruiser but still comfy enough to tour with. The riding position is more lean forward compared to the KRGT1, which makes it feel more like a sport bike. But at the same time, it still has that cruiser vibe underneath. It is a really good mix. You get the speed and the handling of a sport bike, but it is still comfortable enough to ride for a long time. It is fast and it sounds great, but it is not too crazy or overdone. It is powerful, but it has balance. Keanu helped design this one too, and you can tell. It is built with both performance and fun in mind. It is not just about showing off or going fast in a straight line. It is about enjoying the ride, especially when the road gets twisty. This is the kind of bike you would want to take up into the mountains or along a curvy back road just to see how well it handles. It is sporty, stylish, and still totally rideable. You can tell they built it for real riders who want both excitement and control. Number 6. ARCH KRGT1. This is where things get really personal for Keanu. The KRGT1 is the very first bike he helped build from scratch, and it is kind of the one that started it all for ARCH. The KRGT1 has a 2032 cc S&S V-twin engine, making around 120 horsepower. It features carbon fiber tanks, billet aluminum frames, and is fully customizable to the rider. Seat height, handlebars, foot pegs, all tailor-fit. It weighs about 540 pounds dry and is built for both long-distance comfort and high-performance street riding. One of the coolest things about the KRGT1 is that every single one is built to match its rider, so no two bikes are exactly the same. The handlebars, the seat height, the foot controls, everything can be adjusted to fit the person who is going to ride it. That is something you don't see very often, even with expensive bikes. Keanu rides his all the time. It is like his go-to bike. If you ever see a video or photo of him out riding, there is a good chance it is the KRGT1. And the best part is, he did not just slap his name on it or say it looks cool. He helped design it from the ground up. He was in the shop, giving input, testing parts, and working with the team to make sure the bike felt right. This is real passion. Not just buying something fancy, but actually helping create it. The KRGT1 is more than just a bike for Keanu. It is a project he believed in. And it shows. Most people picture Keanu on vintage machines, cruising along California highways, wind in his hair, riding something loud and old school. But what if I told you he also owns a bike that can hit 200 kilometers per hour in just a few seconds? Something built for the racetrack, not the garage. Number 5. Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R. Now we are going modern with this one. The Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R is one of the most powerful sport bikes out there. It has a 998cc engine and can easily push over 200 horsepower, which is honestly insane. This bike is not made for casual cruising. It is built for the track. Everything about it is sharp and focused. The body is super aerodynamic, the brakes are strong, and it corners like it's glued to the road. It is the kind of bike that takes serious skill to ride properly. It reacts fast, goes even faster, and gives you that full adrenaline rush. Most people who ride these are into racing or at least love the feeling of pushing a bike to its limits. That is why it is kind of surprising that Keanu owns one. He is known for loving classic bikes with personality and charm. Stuff that is raw, a little old school, and full of soul. But here he is, also riding a high-tech speed machine like the Ninja ZX-10R. And not just owning it, but riding it. That just shows how deep his love for motorcycles goes. He is not stuck on one style or one type of riding. He appreciates all of it. From vintage cruisers that take you back in time to modern sport bikes that feel like rocket ships, Keanu is into every part of it. He is not just a casual fan. He is a real rider who wants to experience it all. And the Ninja ZX-10R proves that. It is a totally different vibe from most of his other bikes, but he still connects with it. Because at the end of the day, riding is riding. And Keanu loves every second of it, no matter what kind of bike he is on. Number 4. El Diablo Chopper. This one seriously looks like it came straight out of a comic book. The El Diablo Chopper is one of the wildest bikes in Keanu's collection. Built by West Coast Choppers, the El Diablo Chopper is a full custom stretch chopper with a 131 Ci 2146cc V-twin engine, a rigid frame, long raked forks, and enough chrome to reflect the whole city. It is loud, raw, and unapologetically wild. The front forks are super long, the frame is low, and the chrome is everywhere. It has this loud, aggressive look that just screams attitude. You cannot ignore it when it rolls by. It is not built for comfort or quiet rides through the city. This is a bike that is all about making a statement. A lot of people might think a bike like this is just for show, something you keep in a collection or bring out to display. But not Keanu. He actually rides it. And that is what makes it so cool. The thing is not easy to handle. Keanu seems like the kind of guy who enjoys the challenge. He likes the feeling of being connected to the machine, even if it fights back a little. Riding the El Diablo is not about being fast or smooth. It is about turning heads, feeling that raw energy, and just enjoying the ride for what it is. Number 3. Kawasaki KZ900. Okay, now this one is for all the old school speed fans out there. The Kawasaki KZ900 came out in the mid-1970s, and back then, it was a big deal. It was basically Japan's way of showing they could build a strong, fast bike that could stand up to the big American muscle bikes. And they did it right. The Kawasaki KZ900 is powered by a 903cc inline-4 engine producing around 82 horsepower. It was fast, smooth, and reliable, all wrapped in a clean, no-nonsense frame. It weighs about 540 pounds and has a top speed of nearly 210 kilometers per hour, which was wild for its time. There is no screen telling you what to do, just you, the bike, and the road. That kind of simplicity is rare these days, and Keanu clearly respects it. You can tell he has a soft spot for bikes like this. The KZ900 is not about showing off or being the fastest guy on the highway. Number 2. Ducati 998 Matrix Reloaded Edition. This one is an absolute beast. And yes, it is the exact model from the Matrix Reloaded. You know that crazy freeway chase scene where Trinity is flying through traffic like it is nothing? This is the same bike. Ducati made a limited number of them, and Keanu kept one for himself after filming. The Ducati 998 Matrix Reloaded Edition features a 998cc L-twin engine, pushing out 123 horsepower with a dry weight of only 440 pounds. It has that slick matte green paint job that makes it look like it belongs in a video game. But it is not just about looks. It is fast, really lightweight, and super easy to handle. It is probably one of the few bikes in Keanu's garage that feels like it came out of a movie. And not just because it did, but because of how wild it looks and how quick it moves. It has this modern, aggressive vibe that makes it stand out even next to his other high-end rides. Most people might keep a bike like this locked away just because it is rare and was used in a big movie. But not Keanu. He rides it, he enjoys it. Number 1. BMW R75. Now sitting right next to that old Norton is a 1974 BMW R75. And honestly, it is the total opposite in so many ways. The 1974 BMW R75 is powered by a 745cc boxer twin that makes about 50 horsepower. It has that classic horizontally opposed cylinder layout, a 5-speed gearbox, and smooth as silk performance. It weighs around 470 pounds and rides like a dream. Instead of roaring like some of the other bikes in Keanu's garage, this one kind of purrs. It has a gentle sound that makes the ride feel peaceful. It is not about going fast or showing off. It is about being present in the moment. You can totally imagine Keanu riding this one on a quiet morning, maybe through the hills or along the coast. No rush, no noise, just him and the road. It is built for comfort and for those long, easy rides where you can just cruise and let your mind relax. Keanu's motorcycle collection is not just about rare bikes or flashy names. It is about stories, memories, and pure love for the ride. Every machine in his garage has a soul. Some came from movie sets, others from late-night ideas turned into full-blown engineering projects. And the best part? He actually rides them. If you had to pick one bike from his garage to take for a spin, which one would it be? Drop your answer in the comments and let us know why. And hey, if you enjoyed geeking out over Keanu's bikes with us, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share this video with a fellow rider. More insane collections are coming your way.